What is
What
happening?
is
I am missing somebody here. Somebody is gone. Let's see here. Our special guest
our
is
special
gone.
guest has disappeared? What's up, everybody? We fooled you. Um, sorry, I had to do that. I'll
Let's see
message them
here.
right
Let's see if I
now.
can get him back. Let's see if I can get him back.
That's so strange. So anyway, hi everybody. We got a bunch of emails from you guys that I will be reading from, as well as there we go. We've also got some questions I'm sure that are going to pop up in the
Oh, not me.
chat.
I want Gary. I want Gary up
No,
there.
we
There we
want
go.
Gary and Candice. So, Jimmy, you want to start us off after that little run amok?
Yeah. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Forge. We have a special. We did an epic kind of like music countdown because we have an epic guest here with us. Is Garry Chalk, and many of y'all know him from Beast Wars as the big ape himself, Optimus Primal. And so, but y'all may have seen him in some other roles too as well. But Garry and Candice, I would love for y'all to introduce yourselves and just kind of share a little bit. Candice, about y'all, kind of like what your channel's about, and then kind of Garry, I'll let you take over, and we'll get some questions going.
Pearls before swine.
Hey guys, so I'm Candice, and I run our Primal Parodies channel on YouTube. So I put on a bunch of shorts from conventions I record that Garry doesn't know I'm recording, and well, he's interacting with his fans and doing the voices, and I do a lot of the artwork for him that he sells at the show, and it's really fun. So we also do the annual Christmas songs that we make the parodies off of, and we just intertwine the Beast Wars stuff into it. But this time it's a little different. Can't say anything yet, but we just got it done. We got these just done today, and I'll have it ready December 20th.
I cannot wait.
Hopefully, because it's a lot of editing I'll have to do, but it'll be good.
It's a bit wild.
I'm also from Pennsylvania, so we're here in Vancouver, and yeah. So I'm visiting. Oh, and this is the first time we're doing a podcast together in person.
That is awesome. Yes,
Great.
Absolutely.
So excited.
Very
Yes,
great.
we're having fun. As I say, we just finished coaching a couple hours ago, about half an hour ago, and we've had a fun weekend. We went to a vegetarian vegan restaurant last night for dinner, and
Oh wow.
Delicious.
it was very good. And today we went for dim sum,
Nice.
which was most excellent. Oh, by the way, I'm Garry Chalk. I Optimus Primal and other cartoon characters, as well as numerous television shows and movies and stuff. So here I am, and today we're here sitting in my dining room, talking about, well, us.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And as I say, we're happy to answer any questions that you may have. I'm just very, very happy to be here and most pleased because, well, it's been a heck of a year, I gotta say. And I'm just thankful to be here.
We're thankful you're here too as well, man. It is. It's first of all, it's an honor. I remember I first met you at TFCon 2023 in Orlando. And saw you there.
That was so fun, wasn't it?
It was, and it's back in Orlando this year. So I don't know if you want some fun in the sun again. There we go. But yeah, I saw you. I was just a shy guy then. I just kind of came up to you and said, "Hey, I'm your biggest fan," and you were just the nicest. You were just so personable to every single person in that line, and it was just really, really great just to meet you and just see someone who's been a part of our childhood, and. I think a couple weeks ago I texted Billy because I was watching the new Overboard movie, the remake.
Oh yeah.
And I saw that you were in there, and I was like, "That's Garry." I was like, "It's Garry! I can't wait. We got him on there." So, so that's really, really great.
I was the doctor.
Yes,
Yes.
It was great. That was a funny movie too. It was pretty good.
So I do want to say we're all, and this goes for everybody in the chat, we're all so happy to see that you are doing well, that your health is great, and that things are moving forward for you. Because everybody, we have people that have been on this show for the last year that have just been wishing you the best from when the announcement was made to your whole journey. And we're just so happy that you're doing well.
Well, thank you so very much.
I have to say that now to start the show.
I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I got to tell you, it's Yeah, as I said, it's been a year that wasn't. There was a lot of challenges and a lot of hard roads, but I got to say that with the support and best wishes of my fans and my friends and family, it really helped. And for all of you people who are watching this, for all of the fans who sent in messages and supported and supportive of me, and then you have no idea of what an effect that has on a person to feel all that positive energy coming my way. And I'm quite positive that it's that positive energy that helped me get through it. Not to say I didn't have my dark moments. I had my dark times where I thought, oh, what the hell, just I give up. This is hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't, and thankful to all the people again who came forward and said, nope, there are too many people that wish you well, and my family relies on me, and I don't know what would happen if something were to happen to me. So I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you.
It's
We are
Yep.
so happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a lot of people right now wishing you all the best in
Yeah.
the chat. So great. They're saying all sorts of stuff. So
I'm going to start pulling things up in a bit because there's a lot going on here. And I do want to put, somebody came on here 20 minutes ago, right? They came in before the show even went live just to state they're here for Marsala and Optimus Primal. And that was just the first comment that came in. I wanted to bring that up. Texetta, thank you for sitting and waiting as long as you did. I do have a question before all this starts. And I don't know if everybody noticed this, but you're the only one that's played Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime. And how does that feel? Because that to me is just the coolest thing ever. You are both Prime and Primal.
Well, I'll tell you, when I played Primal, basically I
Yep.
was playing my own self because Primal was a warm-blooded mammal and was and had human emotions and feelings and whatnot, and I wanted to play him as a compassionate, strong leader for my
Yeah.
crew, and also to be fair and judicial to my bad guys. I mean, they're bad guys, but we didn't want to destroy them completely. We always thought these poor, pathetic souls have been misguided, especially that poor Black Arachnia. I mean, I don't know. And Waspinator, it was just that poor bugger. It was pathetic. Can you imagine being stuck with that voice? I mean, oh my goodness. Yes. I'm married to him. Are you? But no, and with the other Optimus, the truck not monkey, or monkey not truck.
Okay.
Yep, he was more of a mechanical and more machine than human. But I tried to imbue him with a bit of humanity, but basically he was more military
yeah.
than
Yeah.
Primal, and I enjoyed that as well. I remember thinking, "Am I going to channel Peter? I could do that. I could channel Peter, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to be my own voice," and that's what
Yeah.
I did. But it's not so much the voice; it's the attitude of the characters were different. They're still great leaders, but different time.
Absolutely. So I'm going to ask one Beast Wars question. My 7-year-old son and I were watching Series 2 finale and Series 3, Season 3 intro. When you took the Optimal Optimus role, right? So that first episode, you're carrying Optimus Prime's spark. And Optimus Primal takes on some of Optimus Prime's tones, right?
Yeah.
Was that your choice to combine the two, or did they direct you, hey, we want a mixture of both Primal and Prime, or was that like a Garry Chalk?
It was.
Like,
I tried to imbue him with my voice, the same voice, but it's not the same. So you've got to add a bit of machinery to it, and trying to find the combination was. I think it worked, actually.
Yeah, I loved it.
I think it worked. Yeah, I've had conflicts like that before. I don't know if you've ever seen a show called The Killing. I did this series called The Killing on TV, and I remember the director was an award-winning director, and I did the scene, and she loved it, and they hired me. They were going to hire me. And then a couple of days later, I got a note. Oh, they want to see more people, and I said, "Why is that?" He says, "Because they want him to be nicer." Well, that's an acting note. I can do that. Get the casting director to get me back in there. So I got back in there, and I made him a little nicer, nicer. And they hired me, and I started work on Monday. First day on the job, the director comes up to me and she goes, "Whatever they said, do it my way."
Oh, wow.
And I went, "What?" "Do it my way." So I'm looking over at the video village, and there's all the producers, some people from Denmark and that, and they're all going, "Hi, hi." And I'm going, "Hi, hi." And I'm trying to think, how the hell am I going to get away with this? So I did a combination of what she wanted and a combination of what they wanted, and came out with this guy who was stern and not really mean, but sternly fair with some humor. And they liked it, and she liked it, so everybody was happy, and I continued on with the series, which was a lot of fun. But it's hard to I guess it's just hard to see what's inside a producer's head sometimes, or a director's head. You try and make the best of it as you can.
No, that's great. That's great. There's a comment here that I do want to bring up. Someone said, I heard somewhere that you starred in the most Hallmark Channel movies, a total of 65 Hallmark total. Is that true? And which one was your favorite?
Well, I really honestly can't tell you how many I've done, but I have done a lot over the years. And my favorite one was, I played the sheriff in Cedar Cove. That was a good one. I did one called Christmas Town, which we shot basically in 7 days. It was
Wow.
Oh my
it was
God.
a very rushed thing, and I had just recovered from an accident with my leg, and I had to dance. And but I managed to go, and Karen, my friend Karen, who played the orangutan on the Apes, Planet of the Apes, she was my dance partner.
Nice.
and I'm going, just give me a couple of painkillers, I'll be fine. And so we did this dance scene, but we went through that movie, and it was such a fun movie to work on. It was one of my favorite Hallmarks, and we shot it in like 7 days, and it's aired for years and years, and I quite liked it. That was my fave. And also, it's such a lame, or not a lame, I would say, not a lame title, but such a sweet title called Fishing for Love.
Oh.
And that was another one. My friend David was directing it, and he was such a great fellow to work with, and the cast of the show were wonderful. So that was one of my favorites of all. I don't really know how many I've done. If I was to go through IMDb, I'm sure I'd see lots of them, but there were also W Network and Harold Horowitz and Lifetime, and as well as Hallmark. So
There was one you did, Gary, with that. You played your own song in it.
oh yeah, I did called a Hallmark called Love Under the Rainbow, and
So cool.
I wrote a song.
Oh, nice.
They asked me if I could play this a selection of tunes that they wanted me to play, and I said, well, yeah, sure, I can, but I wrote a song that would be perfect for this. And they went, what? Oh yeah, come and have a look. So I played them the song. I recorded the song and played it for them, and they took it to Network, and Network said, we're going to use that song. We love that song.
Oh, that's
So
great.
I ended up performing it in the movie. It's called Love Under the Rainbow. You'll see it. It's
Oh,
pretty
love that.
that's great. I mean, Hallmark, they're guilty pleasure movies, man. Especially right after Halloween, it's just kind of like, all right, let's put on the next one. But I know we've got
That's
a
we.
lot of questions, Billy,
Yeah,
and I know I'll let
I've
you
got a
start.
lot.
And
Okay,
I'm
good.
I'm
Well,
going to
I'm
moderate the
trying to
chat.
make them as informative as I can and as fast as I can. Because I know you got
Yep.
lost.
So there's a
So,
lot. I'm going to go first through the emails. Then I'm going to tackle
okay.
the chat because the emails don't have as many as the chat. We have from TFW 2005, their user John Doe 4880 wants to know, do you collect any of the figures of the Transformers you've portrayed? And if so, what's your favorite Optimus Primal toy?
My favorite Primal toy was the very first one I got, which was the Gorilla. And I had never had a toy before. And I looked at it and went, I have a toy. This is amazing. I kept it for the longest time, but I think she got it. And I would get toys from, all these different shows. And I end up donating them to various Comic Cons for charity. And they did okay. So, but my gorilla one was my favorite one. Yeah.
Love that. I remember that figure very well.
Yeah.
That's how I'll put that. So I've got the next question I'm going to ask is from a Joseph Cambria. This person has been a friend of yours since they've watched Beast Wars. They hope you're doing well and feeling just prime.
Yep.
They just want to know if you had gotten the role, and this stinks, but we all feel you should have gotten it, of Optimus Primal and Rise of the Beasts, how different of a take would you have taken it? I know, I bang my head on it too. It kills me. But they're asking,
Well,
and like, what
I
would you
would have not tried to emulate Peter.
Yep.
I would have used my own voice and my own character, and I would have done it exactly like Optimus Primal. That's what I would have done.
Love
And
that.
I'm not going to take anything away from him. I thought he did a pretty good job, and he's a great guy. And I just said, well, hey, more power to you. You got the job, and it's the network that makes the decisions.
Yeah.
The production company that makes the decisions. I have no say in the matter. But if I would have played the part, um, I would have played it as I played Primal in the TV series. My one thing that really heartened me is apparently every time one of those promos came on, there were like 30,000 people said, "Where's Chalk?"
Yeah. Every one of us. I feel like
Yes.
that movie would have been a success had you have been Primal. Like there was a big backlash from the community, and I hope you know
Oh,
that,
I
that
know.
we
I was so
refused to,
shocked. They wouldn't even
because
give me a. They wouldn't even give me a listen. So
that's wild. Like you created the heart of that character.
I
It
know
kills me.
Yeah.
Uh,
that's
you know,
Hollywood.
I know, I know. Now this is a good one. This is Carla from Italy. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Somebody from Italy.
Buongiorno.
Uh, they're very happy to hear you're doing well. And their question is actually in regards to the current state of voice acting and recordings. They know that back in the day, there'd be a bunch of voice actors in the room
Yep.
working together, reciting lines. But now, most of the time, it's not multiple actors. It's one actor with maybe a voice director. And have you been stuck working in that situation where you're solo with a voice director? And how do you feel about working in this more of a solo situation?
Oh, okay. I can answer that. I mean, how do I feel about doing solo as opposed to
Correct.
ensemble cast recording? The wonderful thing about ensemble cast recording is that it's very organic. You're looking at the people that you're working with and you're reacting to their lines, and it's like being on stage. It's very real. It's a lot of fun. It takes a while. It takes 2 or 3 hours to record a show, and it's just great. You get that sense of the organic sense of working on a recording like that.
Yep.
The other way, doing solo, working solo in the studio, is that you go very fast. Like I went through just recently, I went through 6 shows in about 2 hours.
Oh my God.
And this is where, because I've been doing this for 40 years, doing cartoons for 40 years. And with my experience on stage and with film and television, what I would do is I would see the movie in my head, and I would imagine how the other people are saying their lines. And after a while, you can look at the lines, you go, I know exactly how they're going to say this, but you can't really rely on that. You have to make it up in your head. So I would do each line about 3 different ways, depending on how the other person would say their line, because I'm reacting to them. And I just watched a few episodes. If you watch, I got this show called Monster Loving Maniacs on YouTube. And if you watch it, you'll see that I've recorded every show solo, but it doesn't look like it's solo. It looks really fun, but it's a very, very funny show, and you'll quite enjoy it. So both of them have their advantages. One is I can do all my shows really quickly in one day, but you're by yourself. And the other one is I'm having a pile of fun in the studio with all my voice actor buddies.
Yeah, I could only imagine the energy in a room with like 6 other people as you're all in character, especially working with like Scott McNeil, who's voicing
fantastic.
multiple people. Like it must be madness. Like just
It's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. This one I think is more of a inside question. I don't know. This one I don't know where it came from and how it's coming, but this is Dominic. And they just want to know, do you still have the crucified Beast Machines Optimus Primal figure? I don't know what that is about.
Was that from the BotCon that was so many years ago, and they had Optimus Primal, the Beast Machines version, on a cross? It's like
I'm not sure.
There's a picture of Gary holding it.
Is that?
I don't have that toy. I don't remember. Was I holding it?
It was somebody's toy. I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was somebody else. It wasn't mine.
It was on a cross.
That's interesting. The power of Primal compels you.
I don't know. Like to me, I don't know what it is. Like, okay, maybe he knows Gary through previous conventions or something, and I will ask out of that respect. But that one kind of, I didn't know.
I'm assuming that's what it means.
That was my last from the emails. There's a slew of questions in the chat, but I have since been removed from the chat.
That's all right. I've got him up here, Billy. So.
What?
Okay, I was going to say.
Billy's been kicked. I kicked him out because he started saying weird stuff. So.
What?
No!
We love weird stuff.
That's it. This one's from @GiovannaUnicorn5330. He says, "Hi, Candice and Gary. My question is, what's it like doing all the Transformers art? And Gary, do you have a favorite Armada episode?"
Oh boy. No, I don't really have a favorite one because they kind of all blended. Because I did a whole slew of them all at once. I seem to think there was one where I was combining. Is that the one? Combining with others like Autobots, combine, blah, 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 Airport, combine, Jetfire, combine, all those.
Yep.
Doing all those, that was kind of fun. And some of the epic battles they had with Megatron, that was a lot of fun. But I can't really honestly say that there was a favorite episode. I did enjoy doing them. I did all the Unicron trilogy and all that, and it was fun.
Well, as for the artwork I do for Gary, sometimes it can be really stressful because I don't know when he's going to be at a show until like last minute, and then I got to get something done in like 3 weeks. And my artwork, whoever has seen it, is very, very detailed. I can't do it without the detail. I just can't. So it takes me a couple weeks, start to finish, to get it done, especially if it's in colored pencil. But I do enjoy doing it, and that way we can sell it as table together, and some fans buy them sometimes. So thank you.
Yeah,
your artwork is beautiful.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
yes,
like phenomenal. And
I gotta say,
we did a whole show about your artwork. I mean, that's how much we appreciate the work you do there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We've got from @TechSeta. They said, "What's been the most challenging voice role you've taken on, and what made it difficult? Conversely, is there a character or project you're particularly proud of, and why does it stand out to you?"
Okay, well, I That's an easy one, actually. I was doing a show called Conan the Barbarian. I think it was called.
Yes.
And I had a character who was kind of a god, and he had 3 voices, and all his lines were a trio of voices. So I had to record one voice, which was this voice, and then I had to record another voice that was this voice, and then I had to record another voice that was this voice, and I had them all to be the same and synchronized to make this character with this weird 3 voice. And it was very challenging. I remember Chris Bruff, who was the producer at the time, he said, "Come on, get on with it. Get this thing going." And I had just come from the dentist.
Oh.
So the freezing had just come out, but I was still a little dopey. And he said, "Okay, come on, let's get it." And that was the most challenging voice, doing 3 voices in one.
Wow.
Is there a character that I'm particularly proud of? Oh, all of them. No, I love Optimus Primal because of his relationships with all the characters, his relationships with each one, like Cheetor and Rat Trap, and they're all different. And I just got a cameo request right in the middle of this. But anyway, so that character I was very proud of. A character there, somebody mentioned Marsala from Exo Squad. I just loved that character. Marsala was a wonderful character. King Hippo had great humor and was like the comic goofball. And also, my other favorite was from Reboot.
Slash.
Oh, I love Reboot.
Yep.
Was it Slash? Yeah. Slash. He was so fun because Hack and Slash, they'd improvise lines and read scripted ones, and they would decide which ones they're going to keep in the show, improvised or script. And some of them were pretty hilarious. "You're touching me." "No, I'm not." "Yeah, you're touching me." "No, I'm not." "What?" "Feel uncomfortable." I had this one line, a little line. "Oh, little one, flee, be free, be free." So what are you doing? "I don't want him to get caught by my what's his face? Megabyte." We'd make up this stuff, and they would love it. They would stick it in the script. So they were adorable characters, lovable droves.
Excellent.
So I'm going to bring up one, Jimmy. I got myself back in. And this is actually like on a personal level. This person states, this past summer, my class was watching Freddy versus Jason. And while everyone was watching the movie, I was the one who recognized Garry and said that I could met him. I had met him. It's not really a question. It's just, I was in the theaters for Freddy versus Jason. And I'm like, that guy looks so familiar. It took me quite a bit. And I was like, holy crap, that's Garry Chalk. That's Optimus Primal. And I freaked out in the theater. And it was just one of those things where it's just, when I saw somebody bring up Freddy versus Jason, it brought me back to a really good memory.
Gotta keep this thing contained. Gotta keep it contained once and for all. I had so much fun on that. I got to kill Freddy.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I could imagine
not many people could say
a
that.
Blast. No, I mean, how many people get to say they're in a movie with both Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger?
Yeah,
like that's wild. Oh yeah, and I'm Optimus Primal, and I'm Optimus Prime, and it's so cool.
Just so crazy. I can tell you a very quick funny story. My friend's daughter, 13 years old. It's her birthday. She's a huge fan of Destiny's Child.
Okay.
And the girl that was in Freddy versus Jason was one of Destiny's Child. What's her name?
I can't remember.
Oh God, Leslie, Ashley. I can't remember. Anyway, my friend said, "Could you do me a favor? Could you bring her to set? She's a huge fan." And I said, "I'll check with the studio." So they checked with the studio, And they said, sure, bring her along as long as it's okay. And so I don't know if you remember in Freddie and Jason versus Jason, there's a scene where she's running out of the burning, or she comes out of the burning house and is all covered in blood, the burning cabin.
Yep.
And first off, she meets Freddie, or she meets Jason, who is my friend Ken Kersinger, and she goes, oh, 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 and then she says, can I break this glass over your head? You got that fake glass. Bang. So that was great. And then she bashed me over that. Thought it was hilarious. And then we were sitting there, and she was getting very excited about, she had no idea she's going to be meeting her. And her mother had already given me all her posters and stuff to sign. And I said, Kelly, look at, this is my friend's 13th birthday. I was wondering if you could come and say hello. And Kelly looks at the little girl and she goes, oh, sure, come on. And my friend's little girl's going like that. Couldn't say a word. She said, come on. So they went. She dragged her into the trailer, and they sat in the makeup trailer for an hour, just chatting about Destiny's Child and everything else. And she signed all her stuff. And I'll tell you, when she got home, she was on cloud nine. She couldn't stop talking about that for a year.
That's awesome.
That was really fun. Anyway, I had a great time doing that movie. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. I think we're both pulling up there.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it the same one that we're both
No,
pulling
mine's
up?
a different one, but that will go along with the other one. But yeah.
Okay.
So
Squidimus Prime Official 99 wants to know, what's it like working with David Kay?
Oh my
you guys
God.
have that back and forth holiday thing going on too, which
Dave who? Oh, David Kay. David, I know David. He's
that one guy.
He's that guy.
The guy who plays
that one person.
Megatron.
That plays with a rubber duck.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. No, David is great fun to work with. Actually, David is great fun to hang with. He's just a great guy. I've had many fun times with him. And hey, speaking of Primal Pop,
Yep.
That thing's beautiful.
Yeah, Candice is showing off like, hey.
Yeah, just showing it off.
One for Gary too.
And he's a pro. I mean, he's just so good. I have good laughs with him. I was in New York with him one time, and he always had to carry around this case because he was doing all these announcings. I guess it was for ABC or ESPN, one of those. And they have to call him on a moment's notice, and he goes, and he gets a phone call. And he goes, "Oh, I gotta go." And I said, "What?" He said, "I gotta go and do this recording." So we had to find a quiet room to record these promos for the TV, which I thought was great. And then we went to some theater and did some art gallery stuff. And yeah, I first met an aside here. I first met David Kay in 1984, and I was I was doing film stuff in theater, and he was my next door neighbor on this apartment complex in Granville Island, or by Granville Island. And we got to talking about different things. And he says, "Hey, I've got this demo that I want to put out there, and tell me what you think about it." And I said, "Okay." So, because he was a radio DJ, and so I'm listening to all these, his what they call branding spots. Hi, KSAN San Francisco, those kind of things. And I said, "They're great. Do you have animation too?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I got some animation too." And so we did that. And I said, "No, that's a great tape. You should send it around." Well, sure as hell, he sends it around, and we start working together on Beast Wars, which I thought was quite wonderful. And then after that, he'd been working on quite a few shows.
Yeah.
And I just remember when he first says, "So what do you think of my tape? Is it okay? Is it okay?" And I said, "It's fine. It's great." And his career
Yep.
launched Well, I'm still sitting here in Vancouver. No, no, that was my choice. I love my Vancouver.
Yeah. So this kind of goes along with it. Did you ever want to switch sides and play Megatron like David Kaye played Optimus? And I would wonder what your Megatron would be like, because I know you did a humanized version of Optimus Primal. What would your Megatron be?
Yes. So, Optimus Primal, you think you can take me? I don't think you can destroy me at all. But here's a little trivia for you. I was originally cast as Megatron.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And David was cast as Optimus. Well, those were the two first choices. And we were going through it, and they said, and we went in for a final audition, and the director said, "Can you do this? Can you do that? And make him warm, and make him this, make him that." And I said, "Yeah, sure, okay." And they said, "Nope, you're Primal, Dave's Megatron." And that's how it worked.
That's the best call they could have made, because I can't hear it any other way. Like, and as iconic as like Cullen and Welker are for their roles as Prime and Megatron, like, to me, you guys are the voices. Like, I grew up on it, but like Beast Wars sucked me back into Transformers. Beast Wars is why I do what I do with collecting. So you guys are it, and I just couldn't be happier that that call was made. Like, because you, the character, the warmth, what you put into Primal, there's nobody that's done it like better. Like, period.
Nope.
So
well, because they don't. I've got a feeling, and I could be wrong, but I got a feeling that because it's a cartoon and because it's a machine or something, that it has to be cartoony and machiney, and it doesn't really have to be. It's the humanity of any character is what resonates. That's why I don't know if you ever watch Ice Age.
yeah, of course.
Yes.
Ice Age.
3 kids.
The little sloth by John Leguizamo.
Yep.
I watched that show. That's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Sully, of course.
John
No,
Leguizamo.
he's not Sully.
Sid,
Huh?
Sid the Sloth.
Sid, it's Sid. That's
Sid
it.
the Sloth. Yeah.
The sloth, yeah.
Sid with the list. Yeah.
And
Yes.
he has that lift. Hey, can you just give me a chance? Can I just go to sleep right here? But I thought that was the most adorable character.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the thing I loved about that character was that it was so warm. It was so human,
Yes.
And I think that character resonated with a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And of course, what's his face? Who played the mammoth?
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. Yep.
Yeah, Ray Romano. Again, another everyman character. And what made it so great is because he played the humanity of the character.
Yes.
That put upon every man, oh my God, why does it always happen to me? Kind of character. And I thought it resonates. And that's what happens, is you find characters that people care about, whether you love them or hate them. If you hate them, that's even better, because you're really doing your job. That they hate you enough to care about you, or they care about you enough to hate you.
Yeah. I think you're giving out some free lessons
Yeah.
right now too, Gary, because, people that may be interested in voice acting or getting into that, you're teaching them, hey, the humanity aspect is something that often gets overlooked, and you might want to dwell on that. I do have another question from Chivo. They want to know, who was your favorite person to work with during the Beast Wars era?
That's a tough one.
Oh, that's so difficult.
Yeah.
Venus.
I've met a few, and they're quite remarkable. Venus.
Did I say Venus? Was I speaking out loud? I thought I said Venus. I'm not sure I said Venus, but I think Venus. No, yeah, it was Venus. No, I loved working with all of them. I loved Venus because Venus, and I've known her since she was a teenager, basically. And Scotty was a riot.
Yep.
Ian, I love to have fun with. What's his face? Richard Newman, who played Ronald. He was so great. He's so grounded. He's a great pal. All of them. Doug, Doug Parker was another good one. Alec Willows and I go back so many years, and he was always an irascible character who I loved and adored, and I've been friends with him for decades, and he was quite wonderful to work with. They were all of them. Pauline Newston, bless her soul, she's gone now. She played what's her name? The Hawk.
Air Razor.
Air Razor, that's right, Air Razor, and she was wonderful. She was a high school teacher, and she was so keen and happy when she was doing the cartoons, and she was always looking for. Well, I hope I'm doing this right. I said, yes, you are. You're fabulous, and she was, and so they were all wonderful. And Sue Blue and Michael, they were all. Well, they were just terrific people and wonderful people to hang out with. And I'm so happy I spent a large portion of my career with those people.
So it's so funny that you said that Air Razor's voice actor was a high school teacher, because I was going to bring up that Air Razor's voice, you could hear a sense of wisdom. You could hear the nurturing in her voice. Every word she spoke, there was something about her that you felt like you could go to her if you needed to. And by you saying that she's a high school teacher, like, it resonates so much stronger now. That's just, thank you. That's so cool to hear. Like, that's wild.
Absolutely.
Fun facts from Garry Chalk.
I do have this question. This is from a fan. It says, Gary, do you have a favorite fan story, con story, or a moment when the Transformers community surprised you?
When I met him. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there was.
I was gonna say, right? That's what you're. I'm just kidding.
Well, there was one thing that really stuck with me, and I got a message from a fan in England, and said that he would love it because his one of his friends, his son, was dying in the hospital. And he said he would love it if he could talk to
Take your time.
Yeah. No, he said he would love it if he could talk to Optimus. So I talked to him for about, I don't know, half an hour or so on the phone, and he had the big blue truck outside the hospital. Sorry, one of the side effects of recovering is I get emotional easily. That was truly wonderful, that experience. Sad, but uplifting. Anyway, that was that. But I never realized how much it meant to the family and to him until it made front page news in the newspaper in the town. So I thought that was quite something. Other ones, on the funny side, I remember there was a couple of them. I was in Chicago, and this guy was sitting there with his friend at the bar. I went up, and the guy goes, "Hey, Mr. Chalk." And I said, "Hi, how you doing?" He goes, "Look at all these losers." And I said, "Well, you're here." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm different." And I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I had sex with a woman last night." And I went, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, a real one." And I went, "Well, that's terrific. Well done. Thank you. Off you go. I'll see ya." I thought, oh my God, that was pretty hilarious. And then I had another one at the same convention who had a long black leather coat, and he had samurai swords under his coat. And he said, Mr. Joe. I said, yes, I have been assigned to be your personal bodyguard, and I will be with you every step of the way for your entire visit here in Chicago. And I said, well, I don't really need a bodyguard today. And he goes, no, nope, it's essential. And he wasn't appointed. He just appointed himself.
I love that.
And I said, I don't need a bodyguard. I can take care of myself. But yeah, those were a poignant one and a funny one.
Well, that was a beautiful story that you had just told, the first, and the sex with a woman thing is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. I'm right now going to ask you a question that does not have to do with Transformers, and this one comes from Don Alder Official. What kind of guitar does Garry play? How does he play it versus regular guitar players? I thought that was pretty cool.
Good question, Don. Thank you.
Yay, Don.
I guess this is a friend of yours.
Don is one of the greatest fingerstyle guitar players in the world.
Yep, I thought I recognized that name.
Brilliant. If you watch him on YouTube, he's amazing. Anyway, I play, several guitars. I play a Martin D28, an older one, which I love, and I play a Suzuki S3, which is no longer, produced, but I've had it for over 50 years, and I play it all the time. And I also have a Strat and a Telecaster and an ES335 Gibson, and that's and a Fender bass. And the way I play guitar is, when I was younger, I never heard of a left-handed guitar, and I'm left-handed.
Yes.
So I thought you just take a right-handed guitar and play it left-handed. So I got some books with the chords in it, and I said, oh, I can play that. I can play this. And I taught myself how to play guitar upside down. So I taught myself how to play on a right-handed guitar, where all the strings, the bass strings are down at the bottom and the high strings are up top. And I thought this was perfectly reasonable, low notes, high notes, low strings, high strings. So I played like that for years. Then I found out that we had left-handed guitars. And I tried to play one, and I couldn't. My brain and my muscles have already been trained to play the guitar upside down. Now I play it upside down all the time, and apparently I play it pretty well because I can outplay a lot of guitar players out there, but not too many. But I can still hold my own. I hold Eric Gales. I don't know if you've know Eric Gales. Well, Eric Gales, who plays the guitar like me, upside down and backwards, is one of the foremost session musicians in the United States. And if you ever look him up on YouTube, he's an amazing guitar player who I idolize. I idolize this Don Alder character too. He just came back from Germany from a tour. He was touring around Germany and playing his guitar as a solo act, and I ran into him this morning, actually, and we had coffee.
I love that. So I got a question, another non-Transformers question. And this is from Darth Burke 001. As a longtime Exo Squad fan, I know that a third season was planned but canceled. Would you love to come back and continue with a new series? I thought that was pretty cool.
There was something about Exo Squad that I really loved, because not only did I get to play this spiritual character, but I also got to play the villain.
Yeah.
And I thought the storylines of that show were wonderful. They could have been, a televised drama. It was so good, and the characters were very good. And I don't know why the season was canceled. I think maybe the storylines were maybe a bit, who knows, complex or adult, or don't know. But it didn't look like it was a cartoon that was focused towards children. It was more of an adult show. But I would love to have that come back, because that was I thought, if they would have had the better animation on it, it would have been, if they'd had the animation they have today, it would be an absolute killer movie or killer show.
Absolutely. I grew up on that. I loved that show. My brother and I watched it all the time. So
Wow.
that's good stuff. Now I'm going to jump in just a comment, just a hello, and this is from a friend of mine. Him and his wife are both cancer survivors, and they
Yep.
just want to say thank you to Gary. You're the reason she's a Transformers fan. His wife Nikki's a sweetheart, and she loves Beast Wars. And I just had to give them the hellos because they are both survivors, and I just want to put that in there.
Well, my hat's off to you, because for all you cancer survivors out there, it's something that for someone who has never had cancer, you can never really explain it or describe it. It's your entire body on a cellular level is off, and I have never felt that kind of. I guess what would you say? It's like weariness or fogginess. I just felt like more like a zombie than anything else. And mind you, that's the chemotherapy that killed me, and it's knocked me on my ass all the time. But yeah, it's my hat's off to any survivor out there, and for those who support the survivors. It's quite the journey, and it changes you. It just changes you. I've discovered that after I've finished all my therapy, that I still have another year to go before I can be back to normal. Like my feet are still frozen and things like that, and there are all these weird side effects, like getting hiccups when you drink a glass of water. You get the hiccups, and you go, "What the hell's that? I never had the hiccups." But apparently it's a side effect, and the emotional feelings. It's not so bad now, but I'll tell you what. Back, 6 months ago, I tried to play my guitar. I couldn't get through the first verse. I just couldn't do it. And then when you're playing Johnny Be Good, it's not good to break up in the middle of Johnny Be Good. It's just not good. But
Absolutely.
but you get very emotional. And I asked my doctor about it. I thought, what the hell is this? And he goes, no, perfectly normal. Your body, your brain, your whole psyche has a lot to process, and it's not a fun journey.
Understood.
So hats off to you, survivors, and thank you.
Moon Phoenix Prime 8760 wants to know, did you like the comic I sent you guys? And I hope it cheered you up, Gary. So I'd imagine someone sent you up a comic. I don't know what it is, but I felt like they should get a little.
Which comic was that?
Which comic was that, Moon Phoenix Prime? And we'll bring you back up.
Oh, I have it.
I have it.
I still have it. No, I have the He-Man comic. Someone sent me a He-Man comic. I don't think I ever received a Optimus Prime comic book.
Oh.
Well, I may have. I know, but I know I don't. It would be here because I hang on to everything.
I love that. That's wonderful.
I've got old people. If you look at my fridge, I've got artwork from fans hanging on the fridge. I got it hanging on the wall upstairs. I got my toys and stuff in here. I gave away almost all my toys, but I have some keepsakes that I keep just because I like them. So I remember all of them, and I don't remember a Transformers comic. I'm sorry to say.
That's all right.
You remember?
So, a few people asked, are you going to be going to any conventions soon? Are you going to be hitting the convention circuit, or are you going to wait for that year of healing to
I am going to go.
I don't know if we can say that yet.
Huh?
I don't know if we can.
If you can't say where it is.
Oh, I can't announce it yet, apparently.
You're going to that one place and that one thing.
Yeah, so you're going to be going to a place at some point in time in the near future.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be. I've got something coming up, probably in March.
Ooh.
Probably.
I would love
I'm just
something
waiting
in March.
to see. I don't know. I'm just trying to see how I feel and all that.
Yeah.
But we'll soon find out, and then I'll make the grand announcement.
Yes.
That
and I will too on our Primal Parodies channel. I will also put it up there because you already.
Nice.
video for
So
it.
I put off a bunch of conventions last year. I just couldn't do it.
you don't have it in you, man.
Where's that?
Absolutely.
Going through chemo. Goodness,
Yeah.
Jared.
Oh, I could not. I tell you what, this time last year, I could not walk from my bedroom to the bathroom.
Wow.
Could not do it. And now I can walk a couple of miles and getting my strength back. But last year, man, I thought, well, this is it. I'm done. But it didn't happen. This sad face over here. It's not
Well-
gonna happen.
And
So-
it didn't, like I said.
And it didn't.
Now, there's not much time left, but I wanted to ask a question, and this is actually for both of you. Candice, like, you're like our bridge to Garry, to like the whole world. Like, everybody knows that Candice is the contact, right? Not the contact, but like Primal Parodies, your
That's-
artwork.
Yeah.
How did that all like happen? Like, I think it's just the coolest thing that there's a fan that kind of like has made this connection with a legend, and you're kind of help carrying Garry going and getting like you're just making him like always relevant in all these Facebook groups. It's here's the thing with Garry. Here's like, where did this come from? How did this happen? And what can we expect from you guys?
Oh gosh, how did this happen? Way back when, 2001, North Carolina is when I first met him at BotCon, and
there.
I was seeing Scott McNeil getting a lot of attention. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I love Scott, because Ratchet was one of my favorite characters, but Optimus was also my other favorite character. And I'm like, I'm kind of digging this Garry guy. He's patient, he's kind, and I just felt gravitated toward him. Just with his personality. And was it like, met him again 2003, again 2006, and we started connecting a little bit more after that. And was it 2010 or 2011? 2011 in Toronto is when we first started selling my artwork with him.
Yeah.
And thanks to Garry, and he joined me at my table for a few hours here and there, and that's kind of like, it really took off after that. And we just got closer and closer. He's like a dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Not to everybody, basically.
And then we started making these crazy parodies.
yeah, which we love. Like,
Crack
those are things we
Christmas
look
carols.
forward to.
Because
And it
David
was
Kay
a-
was doing them.
Because David Kay was doing it. And
And I said, dude,
David
Garry,
can't get away with this.
you sing and play music. Why don't we get in on this too? And then we'll have both the leaders from this amazing show doing their own carols every
I
year.
love my favorite one. You're a mean one, Megatron.
That's the first
You
one.
really are a heel. I love that.
And I tried to spare him the time it takes to rewrite the lyrics. I said, I'll do the lyrics and you just sing the song and add whatever you want to with
And
it.
then I did Jujitsu's edits
Yes. So
for the
it's
lines
just-
that didn't scan.
well, I'm not perfect, but that's
It
what you're
doesn't
here
matter.
for. You're the
She did a
professional.
fabulous job. And I just, hogged the glory.
Mhm.
I love that.
No, we had a lot of fun making those and putting them together. And then I remember Richard Newman, who played Ronox.
Yep.
Yeah.
We came there one day and
Involved.
we did The Night Before Christmas all through the ship. It was quite fun. We had such a great time, and I just got well, this is tradition. Now we got to come up with something all this time. So we'll see.
I usually take a few months to
Yeah.
pick a song, go through the lyrics. Can we do this? Can we do that? Try to pick a song that is
That we can easily change to.
we can easily change, but also what's the word that they're open to the public? You don't have to worry about the legalities of it. I forget what that's called. So something like that. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And the one we did today, I think you guys are gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. It was really hard for Garry to do, but he did it because he's a total professional.
Troll.
And it was I couldn't stop laughing the whole time.
I
Hope you
love
guys
that.
We
enjoy
can't
it.
wait to hear it.
It's beyond what we've done before.
I just saw someone posted a question. I'm a beginning voice actor. What do I do to improve my skills and make things better? And what exercise do I use? And I says, well, I'll tell you, this is just a pure thing. Is just a read like your life depends on it. Keep reading and understand what you're reading and get it off the page. Read it out loud. That's another one. Learn how to sing. If you're a singer, being a singer is the greatest asset you can have as a voice actor, because it prompts you to use all your entire range in your voice, and how to shape your voice and play with it. The other thing is, never edit yourself. There's never a bad idea. There's only ideas that don't work, but they're never bad because they work in another situation. So you save all your voices, and treat your voice like a treasured instrument, because that's what it is. It's like a saxophone. You know, when you first blow into a saxophone, it sounds like you're stepping on a cat. But when you practice more and more, you can make it do all kinds of different things. Make it cry, laugh, roar, be sexy, be this. And that all comes with practice. And it's just learning how to use your voice as an instrument, not just making funny voices. Because I've had a lot of people come and say, I can play Donald Duck, I can play Mickey Mouse. I said, yeah, but can you do it with Shakespeare and make it believable? And that's the important thing, is to understand that acting makes up 70% of the skill. The other 30% is vocal quality and virtuosity, not virtuosity. Well, that's one, but the variability of your voices, how you can make all your different voices. And I've always said that, it starts. I got this from Sue Blue. You take a voice, you use your same voice, top of your head, it sounds like this, and you put it through your eyes, into your nose, to the front of your mouth, the middle of your mouth, the back of your throat, and then down into your chest. You don't change your tone at all. You just change the placement, and remember where those placements arrive. And then you add a bit of gravel to it, so it's gravel, 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 and gravel up on the top. And then once you got those out of the way, then you can, breathing patterns, changing your voice quality, changing the shape of your jaw, big fat voices, small skinny reedy voices. Figure out how a character laughs. Look at cartoon characters that are drawn in newspapers and magazines and so on, and put a voice to them. And just try it and see how it works. Because I noticed that when people are doing like Transformers, trying to do the cast fan casting, they always try and do a voice like that. Well, that's okay, but it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes your own voice is the most important thing you can use. And that's that on that note. And that's kind of a thumbnail, but that's as best I can do.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful.
Really great.
Now, I'm going to agree with Collecticons with the 100% on the singing. I have been a touring musician for 20 some odd years. A touring singer. I can't play anything, but Collecticon is a wonderful songwriter as well. And a lot of the times we'll send each other stuff back and forth. And the voice acting, we do the same thing. And the singing, I agree, Gary, 100% is something that if you can sing, you can do this.
That's right.
7X says you look amazing, by the way, which is always something people want to hear. I know I like to hear somebody say that. So that's just the way
absolutely.
It is.
And I know we're about out of time, and I'm sorry if we didn't get to everybody's question in the chat or in the email. I know there was a whole lot, and we could be here for hours on this too.
We could be here all night long.
But Gary, what's on the horizon for you? That'll be the last question of the night.
Well, I'm working on a film, actually my first movie in over a year.
Nice.
The Hallmark.
Hallmark, yes.
My wife and I watch it. We're Hallmark nuts.
It's called Tease Pots. It's about pottery. I'm taking pottery lessons to learn how to make pottery because it takes place in a potter's studio, and it's kind of fun. I've also got a bunch of episodes, probably about 50 episodes of a new show called Monster Loving Maniacs.
Oh, wow.
I'm recording a new season right now. The older season from a year before last is airing on YouTube, and you can see that, and it's pretty amazing, pretty fun. I think you'll really enjoy it. It doesn't air in Canada and the United States for some reason, but it's in 21 different languages, and people seem to like it. And my questions aren't going to be seen. Dang it! What's your question? Quick, type it up real quick, and I'll give it to you. Ready?
Quick question, Anonymous. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Send it.
Send it.
There's always a delay.
I know, right?
My
They're like,
question has to be answered. Dang it.
what's your favorite food? No.
What's your favorite food? My Chinese food.
Yes.
I
100%.
love
That's
Chinese
always
food,
the right answer.
but it's got to be good Chinese food.
We have the best Chinese food in the world in Vancouver. I'll tell you what.
I could imagine.
Yeah, Knoxville,
Oh,
Tennessee. It suffers a little.
I'm in
You know
New
how you
Jersey,
can-
and it's either a hit or miss.
You know how you can tell a crappy or a good Chinese restaurant?
How?
Crappy decor.
Crap.
How?
Yes.
If the decor is really plain and not very, it's very drab,
Yes.
the food is good because they spent all the money on the chef.
100% agree.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
All right,
All my
Anonymous.
hole in the wall.
Anonymous
Chinese
said, "Give me a second." But they're getting you guys are getting slammed. We got best wishes to Gary and Candice. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season from Darth Burke.
Thank you
And
so much.
that is the truth. Here we go. Anonymous, you get your question. I remember
Yes.
Gary saying something about how not to lose your voice. Can he talk about that again?
Yes, here's the way. Don't lose your voice. Don't use a voice that strains your voice.
Yes.
For example, don't go outside of it. Don't make it too high. Or don't make it too low and gravelly like an orc or something off of what's a War Planets or something like that. Don't do that, because if you push your voice too hard, you'll get nodes. Nodes suck. That's horrible. So you always try and find a voice that's within your range, that you can play with, that you can safely do, because you're not just doing the voice once. You might do that voice in a show 100 times.
Yep.
And that can do it. What was that show called? I did that video game. Not War Planets. What's it called?
Warcraft.
Warcraft. World of Warcraft.
Warcraft, yes.
Well, you brought up orcs.
Orcs, and they have voices like this, and you've got to be able to be there and stay there all day long. And that's the way you don't lose your voice, is to stay within your range. And the other thing is take care of it. Don't smoke. I quit smoking over 7 years ago, and it's increased my range quite a bit, which is nice. Try to avoid colds as much as you can. That means don't touch your face. Hi.
I was just going to say, we got somebody special
Hi,
here.
Shannon. Yeah, so don't do that. Don't do that to your voice. Also, if you do get hoarse, I got this from an opera singer. People say it's gross, but it's not. You get a glass of wine, you throw in a raw egg, and you mix it up. And just before you go to bed, you knock it back. Don't rinse your mouth. Don't do anything. Go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, your voice will be fine. And I said, how does that work? He goes, the albumin is broken down by the wine, the alcohol. It coats your vocal cords, and as the albumin coats your vocal cords, it helps them to heal faster. So when you wake up in the morning, you'll find, oh, wait, I can speak again. This is wonderful. And also, if you do get hoarse with a voice, don't ever try and force it if you can't, because laryngitis really sucks. It's death for voice actors. I've
Red
only
wine or
had
white?
it twice. So there
Red
you
or
go.
white wine, Gary?
Good question.
Huh?
What kind of
Red.
wine, red or white? Because I'm about to go do that.
What?
What kind of
What
wine?
color-
Red
what-
or-
Oh, red wine. A saucy Merlot or something like that, or
Love that.
and any plonk will do, because you're not eating with a meal. You're just trying to get your voice better. But a red wine, preferably, than white.
Don wants you to do weekly podcasts.
Wise guy.
Oh, I am a busy man. I've done quite a few of these, but I'm not as busy as I used to be. I used to be insanely busy, like work 7 days a week. But now I'm, in my dotage, and I work when I want. And,
You've earned that.
yeah, and I enjoy it. I'm having a great time. I'm loving being on set again. It's like being home. I get to work with some of my friends. I'm working with a guy who I worked with on He-Man, Master of the Universe, and that was 37 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
And
goodness.
his name is Ted. You can look him up, Ted Cole. And he showed up on this movie that I'm working on this week, and I said, Ted, hey, how you been? I haven't seen you for ages. And I'm looking at him going, he still looks like that kid who was in the studio way back then. He's never aged. I mean, his voice is a little more mature, but he still looks like he's 18. I hate him.
That's awesome.
I
That's
love that.
awesome. So yeah, go ahead, Billy.
No, you can go, brother.
Yeah, I was all right. It's all right. Blah. All right. Anyway, anyways, I just wanted to put this up here so when the song comes out, they can find it on Primal Parodies, of course, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, where we can find you, Candice. And is that where they can see your artwork as well?
Yes. Mostly Instagram nowadays.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Instagram.
Well, Billy, I'll let you thank our guests and lead us out and all that good stuff.
So I will
Right.
thank you both on the lead out, but before, I need to thank everybody in the chat that came and joined us tonight. Everybody that watched tonight and made this just as much fun as it could be. I do apologize that we couldn't get to everyone's questions, but unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We are on a time constraint. So with that, Garry, Candice, thank you both so much for joining us. Thank you for giving us such a special evening. You've both influenced my channel. I'm sure I'm sure Jimmy, like my life, in many different ways. Candice with your art, Garry with your voice work, your acting work. Like I've looked up to both of you, and it's just a pleasure to have you both here with us.
Well, all I can say is thank you very much for having me, and Candice. This is the first time we get to do something together, and it's been a really wonderful, wonderful time, and I've had a few good laughs this evening.
Yes.
I tell you, thank you very much, and as someone has popped up, till all in one, my friends.
Yep, I had to put that on. There's no better way to end that.
That's it. I think we ended on that.
With that, we've got more shows lined up through the rest of the year. We have our 1-year anniversary coming up in the middle of December. Candice will definitely be with us for that. She's already gotten her invite, and that should be a super show. Until then, see you next time. Thank you all so much.